Hello everyone, it is Monday, June the 6th, 2022. My name is Shelly. This is FlossTube 96, I think. So today starts a new week of little snippets every day, thereabouts, and show you what I've been stitching. And I did get some pieces of haul in today, so that's always fun. A little bit of a life update. We did, my husband went to work this morning, and after he got there, or when he got there, the power was out and a transformer blew or something, so they sent him home. So he's home today, and our older grandson Nathan started his basketball games. He's got games every day this week except for Friday. So we did go this morning and watched him play. He's improved a lot over last year. So I did get a little clip of him. So I will insert a little clip of him here. He is number 34. He's the tallest one on the court. So that's our big boy. So when we got home from that, I did spend some time replacing furniture in the living room that, you know, from last video, if you saw that, I swapped out some things that was in the living room to put in my craft room, and so I had to put things that were in my craft room back in there. It just really works a lot better. I like my fabric storage in here a lot more on the big tall shelf, and the window seat that's behind me down there, it was in our foyer and it had all the kids' toys on it. And so the little cubes worked a lot better. I was actually able to put all of their toys, our games. I only cleaned out one game, and was able to fit kids' books too, and I didn't have that in there before. So it's really working out. Also, like, let me just show you real quick. So that is the big tall bookcase that holds my fabric now. And so with having the shorter little cube pieces in there instead of that, now I have all kind of wall space behind where I had two of those tall cabinets. One is going to go in my closet, and so I was able to put two 9-cube bookshelves that are short in that spot. It fit everything that I had on it, except for a few things that I cleared out, not a whole lot, but it's a bunch of wall space above it, so I have lots of room to display cross-stitch stuff. So, speaking of cross-stitch, let's talk about what I stitched on yesterday. So I will insert a picture here. So that is Blackwork Beauties, and this is the third block that I am doing in this series. Not a series, it's 6 patterns in one magazine. So this one is on my monthly magazine challenge to get a finish this month, and so I want to say I have either 4 or 5 days allotted to working on it. So I was able to just get a little bit more of this put in and then started on the border. So this is a 28 count Monaco, and I'm using DMC's 2 strands. So that's one. This is one that I finished already, if you haven't seen them yet. And then this is the other one. I really love black work a lot. So, I stitched on that. And I stitched on my daily age piece. This is a magazine challenge piece that I am putting 56 stitches in every day for my daily age challenge. And I'll insert a picture. So this is Alsatian Redwork Heart, and that's from Just Cross Stitch 2016. And I'm doing it on a piece of 28 count Irish linen from Michaels, and I'm using DMC 115. So I definitely will get a finish on this month. Just putting 56 stitches in every day. I don't think it'll even take me all month. I really love stitching on this fabric a lot. If you haven't tried it, it's very inexpensive at Michaels, and it just stitches up really, really nice. And nothing in that bag. So the other thing that I stitched on was Elizabeth Weston. And this is from Hands Across the Sea. And I'm stitching right in here in this area. I worked on this little plant, I don't know what you call it, yesterday. Let me get her opened up and fold it over. Situate it. Let's see. Okay, there it is. She is, I mean, you really have to wrangle her. Okay, so she is a lot to hold. I really need to put her on a board. So there you go. So I started stitching that motif right there. I'm not as far along as I want it to be on it, but I'm just going to stitch on her until that page 14 is done. So I'm using the Call for DMCs, 1 strand, and I'm stitching on a 36 count linen that was hand dyed for me specifically for this by Devin FL over on Instagram. If you want, you can reach out to her and she can dye you a piece too, because it really does look like it was made to go with that sampler. Okay, so that's all that I stitched on yesterday. Today I will stitch on Alsatian, I'll stitch on Elizabeth, and I'll stitch on Blackwork Beauties. So the same things that you saw today, I'm going to stitch on those again tonight. So let's talk about haul. So I got in my my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. These are the color names. This is a Weeks Dye Works Club. And you get 6 skeins every month. It's right at $16 with the shipping. These are really, really pretty. Oh my goodness. I mean, you would think, you know, it's just neutrals, but they really are really pretty. Let me get, let's see, grab one of these pieces of even weave to put behind it. So, really pretty variegation on these. I have to say that as far as variegation goes, I think I like Weeks better. Because I really, honestly, I don't see I don't see the point of using fancy floss if it doesn't have variegation. It's like you're just spending extra money on something that, you know, if it doesn't have variegation, you might as well use DMC or Anchor. But theirs is really, has nice variegation in it most of the time. Okay, so who was I watching? Who was I watching? I know there's a gal that I follow over on Instagram who stitched this, but gosh, I can't remember who it was. I was watching someone last week, and they, oh, it was Teresa Little Stitcher. If you don't watch her, definitely check her out. She's amazing, and I just love listening to her her talk and seeing all of her beautiful projects. But anyway, she's stitching on this Mirabilia. This is my first mirror, so this is Botanical Garden, and I think it's gorgeous. So there was a seller on Etsy that was selling the pattern and the embellishments, and I want to say it was like maybe $32, and so I thought that was a good price. It didn't include any of the floss, of course, but you know, I was pricing the individual pieces, and that was a good price. So I don't know when I'll start her, but I think she's just gorgeous. And I'll probably just dye my own fabric to stitch her on. So the other piece of haul that I got, I was watching Laura over at Sew Very Easy. I don't know if you watch her or not. She does mostly sewing tutorials. She's great at it. She'll do like some quilting things too. But every now and then she'll have like a little product review or some other type of little thing that she's working on. And so I watched her the other day, and she was showing this club that she joined up through Annie's, and it's called the Crafty Woman Club. They have all sorts of different clubs. Like they have a crochet, they have quilting, they have fabric. So mine is Creative Woman Kit Club. And so they had like a 50% off coupon, and so I went ahead and decided I would try it. So it's all kind of different things. So this time it was this little plaque, and so it comes all unfinished. It comes with the things for you to finish it with, the paints. It comes with all the little wood cutouts. And brushes. So it's got everything that you need to do, you know, to do it with in this little kit. So I thought that was real cute. I didn't know, I don't think I knew what I was going to get, but anyway, this is what it was this month. But it will be all kind of different crafts month to month. So that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 7th of June, and I'm here to do a quick update. Nathan has basketball games today, and I missed the first one. It was at 9 o'clock. I was still sleeping. Well, I had just woken up. But the second one is at 12:20, so it's 11 o'clock now, so I'm planning on making that one. I meant to explain yesterday about the nails, why I only have 2 painted, why they're 2 different colors. So a while back, I ordered a set from Sistico. You may have seen the ads on Facebook recently. It came in quite a while ago, but it was when I was painting, and I really didn't want to try it while I was painting. So I spent some time Sunday trying it out. The first time I did all 10 in the sort of iridescent, I think it's called quartz. I did all 10 like that, and it was my first time applying it, so that didn't look the greatest. I mean, it looked okay, but I went online and watched some videos, and you know, you're supposed to make the base coat like thin, super thin, and so I went ahead and took it all off, and then I decided that I would try just, you know, one of each of the normal classic formulations. There's another one that I have that's holographic, and that has a different application method, so I wasn't going to do that one as well. But anyway, I'm just sort of testing them out to see how long they last. I probably should do the color, should have done for sure on this one a little thicker, but like I said, I'm still learning. So anyway, really like the fact that as soon as you do your nails, as soon as you put the top coat on and set them under the little LED light, you can go wash your hands. You can do anything. I mean, I wash my hands right after. I dried them with a towel. Um, you know, with traditional nail polish, I could, you know, do my nails at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the next morning I wake up with like imprints on them from the sheets from sleeping. So this is definitely a lot better. I've washed dishes without gloves, and I like the way they look. So that, you know, they're holding up pretty well. So maybe by the end of the week I'll actually have them all painted. Okay, so last night I did some stitching on the 3 projects that you've seen already and made more progress. So this is definitely, this will be finished within a week. I think it's so pretty. And now I have all that wall space in my living room to hang stuff on. So now I'm wanting to like FFO stuff. So I got my 56 stitches in on that. I got a little bit closer to a finish on the Blackwork Beauty. So I started working on this Blackwork flower, got all the border done, and then started outlining and then working on the blackwork around that flower. So I have a couple of more days to work on that. 3 days, I think. And I stitched a little bit on Elizabeth. I'm not getting, I'm only getting like between maybe 175 and 200 stitches on her every day. I guess because I have this other stuff that I'm wanting to get finished, you know, the Alsatian being my daily age piece, and then the Blackwork Beauties wanting to finish on that this month. It's, you know, it's cutting into my time of stitching on Elizabeth, but I did get some stitches in her, and I was able to finish the basket, the urn. I don't know what you call that. I got the urn finished. I didn't go over to the next page on the plant, but I did on the urn because I had thread left. So I don't know if I will go ahead and go over to the next page with the plant. It's possible, but I believe I got, yes. So I got all of the little, all of the spots in the middle filled in. And so, but I mean, I still got to do this whole thing right here all the way across. I mean, and it goes beyond where I stopped right there. And then there's motifs down below, including an oval one bird. So I don't know if I'll worry about going on to that next page, because it is going to be next month's page. So if it was longer, I might be concerned about leaving it, you know, with that line, but it's next month that I'll be stitching on that next one. So, so that's it. That's all I've got for you guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. So, I've repurposed furniture from my craft room and from my living room, swapped things from the living room to there and from there to here in the living room. So I did have really tall bookcases here, but now I have short ones and I have all this expanse of wall to decorate. So I need to get busy FFOing, but I did hang this piece this morning or this afternoon, just a few minutes ago. So I made this for my mother-in-law in the 80s and 80s, I think, late 80s, early 90s. But when she passed last summer, you know, her daughters gave it back to me, so I got to hang it up this morning. So, not this morning, this afternoon, which makes me really, really happy. And then I also switched out my Bloomtopia for Serendipity for the summer. And yeah, I'm just so excited to have all of that space now to hang cross stitch, so stay tuned. So I did get some things hung on the walls yesterday, my clock and some of my ribbons, and I hung these, and then I hung my spring quilt with one of the ribbons that it won, and then I was going to go hang some more on above this wall, and then I remembered that I haven't painted the door facings yet, so I'm going to hold up and wait until I have those painted. I also got this this rug in today. This covers my power strip that goes from the wall over to my sewing table. I'm not going to keep this back leaf open all the time, but it is going to be a good spot for me to film. I can sit right here and then film with the quilt behind me. So it's all coming together. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, June the 8th, and I'm here to give a little update. So I was not able to go to, oh, and I'm filming in my spot that I just showed you guys from the other angle, which is, it's going to be perfect. Like, it's just perfect. I have all kind of room around me to stack stuff. It's just wonderful. So, yay! Okay, so I was not able to go to Nathan's basketball games today. I really wanted to go to them because they were playing one of their toughest teams that they played last year, and unfortunately our kitchen sink has been giving us problems with getting draining real slow, and then last night it was like, or all day yesterday it was like nothing was happening. It wasn't going anywhere, so I had to call and get a plumber to come out. God, they earned their money, but man, it was a lot. They had to go, you know, up on the roof and snake it that way. It took him forever. He had to go get more line. And I mean, you know, we were kind of getting nervous. It was like, oh my God, are they not going to be able to unclog it? But they finally did. He got one of his coworkers over here and they worked on it from each end and they got it. So thank you, Jesus, but it was not cheap. So I was not able to go to the game, and it ended up being, the first game ended up being very eventful for Nathan. He got elbowed in the eyebrow and is having to get stitches. So I texted Kim a minute ago to ask how many stitches he ended up needing, and she hadn't answered yet. So yeah, crazy. She said he was like you know, blood pouring down his face, you know how much, I mean, head wounds just bleed like crazy, you know, and he's like, he refused to get off the court because he wanted to do his free throws. I thought that was funny. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so I did end up framing one of my, well, the only diamond painting that I've finished so far. I have this frame. I mean, it's just one of those cheap plastic, mainstays frames from Walmart, and I had used it for something else. I had one of our family portraits in it. I bought it for another reason and then didn't need that anymore, so I put one of our family portraits in it. And my dad actually had one of the portraits, so when he passed, I took that one. So I took this one, down and asked my girls if they wanted it, and they said yeah, and then they've never taken it. So I just took that out and decided to frame this pretty diamond painting picture in it. And so, yeah, my first finished one. Sorry about the glare. But, I was going to hang this in my living room, but I think it needs to go in here. No brainer, Shelly. So, yay. So, I haven't stitched or anything today. I've just been hanging around with the plumber trying to figure out, but I did stitch last night and watched the last episodes of Waking the Dead. So that series is over. I've started watching The Three Musketeers, which is on Prime. I also finished the series Julia on HBO Max last night. I hadn't watched it in a while. She looks so much like my mom that at times it was like hard for me to watch it, especially like the last episode I watched. I don't know if you guys have watched that series or not, but she's at a banquet and she runs into Betty Friedan, I think is her name, one of the feminists from that time period, when the women's rights movement was really, in its heyday. And she pretty much raked Julia over the coals, for doing her show and setting, women's rights back years and years and years. And it really upset her. And God, she just really, like, when she really gets sad, she's got that same face that my mom has, and it's really kind of crazy how much she looks like my mom. So anyway, all of that to say that, I hadn't watched it in a while, so I finally finished the series last night. I don't know if there's going to be a second season or not. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm rambling. While I was doing that, watching that, I stitched some more on my Daily Age piece. And I'm off. This is only supposed to be one stitch from this band, and it's 2 stitches, so I don't know what's going to happen when I get over here, but I'll fudge it. It'll be okay. But it's getting close. Getting close and close and close. And I also got a good bit done on my Blackwork Beauties. So, got the butterflies outlined, got this flower completed. I don't know, I think this one's not completed. I think I got to do a bottom part on that. And then I still have to do some cross stitches in this one before I can start the black work. But I'm anxious to get these, the 3 that I have done so far, FFO'd. I spent some time yesterday pulling down, like Easter stuff. I hadn't taken any of that down because we've been busy with the room, so I spent some time taking that down yesterday, and everything looks so bare because I left my spring ABCs up, even though I'm ready to change it, but I don't have the summer one finished. So all I really have up is my little spring bird pillows, my Bloom chock full jar, and then the spring ABCs. So I want to get some things done for summer and finished. I also pulled a couple of cross stitch pieces that I want to finish. I got Fat Quarter Shops feels like home, as well as they're stronger together. The first year that they did that sow, I have both of those ready to finish. I put interfacing on them today. I picked out frames yesterday, and so now I just got to get to cutting boards and all that kind of stuff. So I also stitched some on Elizabeth, and I did lie to you guys yesterday, I think it was, when I said that I was only getting, you know, 100 and something stitches on it every day. I'm getting close to 300 stitches on it every day, but it still just seems like really, really slow going. So let's see. I don't remember if I had this completely done yesterday. I think I did, but I started working on this part, and it's just, there's so much stitching in there. I also worked on the little over one little clusters of, I don't know what those are called. I don't know if they're supposed to be berries or what. I got carried away on one of them and put more stitches than it called for, but I'm not frogging it. I wasn't going to frog over one stuff for that. So I didn't have it in me to do any more over one, and so I started working down here. I still have the over one bird. I don't know if I just said that or not, but short-term memory problems. So anyway, that is what I got done. So I will, sorry guys, but you're going to see that again tomorrow, because that's what I'm working on. Hopefully I'll get to go to Nathan's games tomorrow. Yeah, and I have a massage appointment tomorrow, so hopefully I'll film tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys day after tomorrow. So after I got done doing my video, I just kind of kicked back on this window seat, and it's pretty comfortable to lay on. But I remembered something that I forgot to tell you guys. So, and this is just life update, so if you don't want to hear it, just skip. But Kim sent me a link this morning to an event coming up in August. The show's Symphony is, you know, their new season's starting, and their first event is with Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton is going to be performing with the show Symphony. So Michael and I have had season tickets before. We haven't done it in a couple of years, but they also have like Cirque de la Symphonie. They're doing a concert under the rock at Rattlesnake Saloon in the area. A two pianos concert. They have a really good season, it sounds like. So I asked Kim if she wanted to do it with me. That way, you know, it won't cost me as much if, you know, I do it without Michael. I don't think he cares, but Kim would love it. So I'm just excited about Michael Bolton, but I wish they had, like, you know, I wish you could just buy tickets just for that event, but you can't. So we'll see. Do y'all like Michael Bolton? I love him. I know he's kind of, I don't know, cliche, but God, I love him. So, hey everybody, it's Saturday, June 11th, and I'm coming to close out this video. So, filming in a different spot, and decided to just hang this behind me. This quilt is a pattern from Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's called Half Square Triangle Trip Around the World, and I made it probably in 2018 at Quilt Retreat, the top, and it's just been sitting waiting for me to quilt it. So I did decide to use this as the quilt that I'm going to donate to Project Linus for the teachers in Uvalde, Texas. So I've got my backing picked out and just have to baste it and then quilt it when we get home from the beach. So the last couple of days have been not great. Thursday, Nathan had basketball games, and I got to the first game a little bit late, which was fine. You know, it's like if I'm 10 minutes late, it doesn't matter. But unfortunately, when I got there and went upstairs to go meet my daughter in the bleachers. Um, they have like a two-step little wooden step on the side of the bleachers, like the side of the bottom, the first step on the bleachers. Off to the side, going up to the bleachers, they have these little wooden steps. And I have no idea what happened. Um, I'm like trying to figure out what happened, but the only thing I can think of to say is that it felt like, an unseen force was pushing me to the left. Um, my feet didn't get tangled up. I wasn't feeling lightheaded or anything. I just started leaning toward the left, and I couldn't stop until the floor stopped me. So, yeah, it's like I'm still, trying to think, well, was it, no, nothing out of the ordinary was going on. I felt fine until I just didn't, until I just started listening to the left. And, you know, I remember putting my foot on the seat of the first bleacher, the bottom bleacher. That should have stopped me, but it didn't stop me. I just kept going until the cement floor stopped me. So some people came over, had me sit down for a little while, not get up right away, of course, and finally got up and I was fine. I felt fine. And, we sat down for the game, finished the first game. By the end of the first game, my back was like really hurting. Like I fell on my left side and it was my lower right back that's hurting. So we had to walk over to another gym for the second game. That was hard walking over there. And then the longer I sat there for the second game, the more it was hurting. And so I've been dealing with that the last couple of days. It feels better today. It'll still spasm on me when I do certain motions or even when I'm not expecting it. But, like the rest of Thursday and all day yesterday, I could barely walk without it hurting. So, and I'm leaving to go to the beach on Wednesday, so I may end up going maybe Monday and getting like a steroid shot or something. If I could have gotten in the car and went somewhere, I would have gone sooner, but there's no way. Like just driving home from the school the other day from the basketball games, like every, bump in the road, it was like excruciating. So that's what's been going on here. So, can't think if there was anything else. I've been stitching just a little bit. I've done a lot like of diamond painting. I did a lot of diamond painting yesterday, and stitched some last night while I watched the Celtics lose their game. So the series is 2-1 now in favor of the other team. But I did work on the Blackwork Beauties. I thought I had more at the bottom of this, but I don't. So this one's finished, and now I just got to finish that and go around the border, and it will be done. So got that done. I worked on that, and then I also worked on Alsatian Redwork Heart. Got more of it done going up this side. So today or tomorrow, if I do 56 stitches, I should have a finish on this. I don't think I stitched on this on Thursday. And honestly, I don't remember really stitching on anything, but I do have stitches counted for Elizabeth on Thursday. So, I don't know. As far as I know, I came home and took a muscle relaxer and went to bed, but I have stitches marked down, so I don't know. Maybe I just have them on the wrong day. So I did work more on Elizabeth, and I've got it in that little hoop for me to do the over one. So I did finish, no, I didn't finish. I've only got just a little bit left of this kind of turquoisey color to put in. I ran out of thread and I just didn't feel like threading another needle with that color. And then after that, I just kind of went on to the over one. So I'd already started on the over one and had to rip it out because I miscounted on something. But you know, before when I've done over one, I've done full cross. I don't know why, but on here I'm just doing the 10th stitch. So this should be put away already, but it's not. So I may put it away until we get back from the beach and work on some other stuff the rest of this week until Wednesday. I don't know. So looks like something's off on the basket, but I did have on my my calendar to finish Craft Room yesterday. I didn't realize that it was on my calendar until toward the end of the day, so I may work on that and finish it today and not work on Elizabeth. I don't know. I'm still going to try to take it easy. My dog woke me up barking this morning, and you know, I had to get up and go check and see what was going on with him. And it, you know, I was able to get up pretty easily, and it didn't hurt me when I walked. But then, you know, I got up a little bit later and started moving around, took a shower and all that, and it's, you know, it's feeling it. So I probably will just stay with ice on it most of the day today and try to get it better before I got to get in the car to drive to Florida. So that's all I've got for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close it out, and I'll see you on the next video.